People to come in here and start questioning what's going on, to have a dialogue. There's a lot of satirical stuff in here. There's a lot of comedy. There's a lot of funny cartoonish stuff in here. I've often equated my work in taking a bitter pill with a little bit of honey on it. So let's talk about real tough issues. But if you do it in a creative, not fun, but in a comical way, it's easier to digest. And hopefully, people come out of here questioning things, start having some kind of conversation about what's really going on with our military and how the military is used throughout the world. Who better to talk about politics or criticize the government, and especially the military, than veterans themselves? This allows civilians or the United States public to get a different point of view of what's actually going on with the military, how it's used, how it's misused, what's happening to veterans themselves when they come back from war. All of this needs to be talked about. We can't push this to the side and forget that there's still to this day wars going on. Is because of my tax dollars. Others don't have those same freedoms or stability is because of my tax dollars. Because my tax dollars go to the United States military, which uses that foreign policy, the military, to suppress other people, to destabilize nations, to destroy economies. And because of that, I do feel a kind of obligation to dissect what our military, what our foreign policy does to other nations that doesn't allow this for others to have these. How come we have all these freedoms but others don't? My work doesn't really solve problems. It really doesn't answer questions. And sometimes we have to have the question before we have the answer. The hard things is to even find the question. Sometimes we don't even know what to ask, right? So a lot of my work deals with these complexities, and I want you to have a dialogue. I want people to come in here and start questioning what's going on. What are they looking at? That's like the meat or the core of why I create or what I create. A lot of my art is rooted in history, culture, and politics. History is super important to me. If you don't know the past, you can't make sense of the present, and then you can't go forward from there. So a lot of the stuff that I create is talking about these histories that have been whitewashed over or sometimes just blatantly erased. And unfortunately, yes, there's never a lack of things to criticize or talk about in this day and age.